When pride gets too loud, God doesn't always send storms. Sometimes he sends someone quiet, someone soft-spoken, someone they never expected. He sends you, not to destroy them, but to expose them, not to fight them, but to reflect them, to hold up a mirror so clear they can't look away from what they've become. They thought they were untouchable, that their ego was unshakable. But what they didn't know was that God had already started the humbling, and he chose you as the beginning of it. You weren't some random chapter in their story. You were sent, placed, right where you needed to be, not just for them, but for the purpose they never saw coming. While they thought they were playing games, God was making moves. You weren't the fool in their story. You were the lesson, the mirror, the reckoning. They saw you as soft, easy to control, use, discard. But they didn't realize your presence came with weight. You carried truth, and truth always disturbs lies. Your love revealed their emptiness. After all the games, the lies, the manipulation, they expected you to stay, to beg, to break. But instead, you stood up. You didn't scream. You just walked away. And that silence, that hit the hardest, because when someone you thought you controlled suddenly stops responding, the illusion falls apart. The power they thought they had, gone. The confidence they built by stepping on your heart, cracked. You were the calm that balanced their chaos, the light that softened their darkness. You didn't leave to punish them. You left to save yourself. You weren't chasing closure or waiting for an apology. You were done, and that's what made it hurt more. Now they're left with silence. Not the kind that brings peace, but the kind that echoes. They scroll through old messages, revisit old moments, trying to understand how they lost someone who only wanted to love them. But the answer is simple. They were never ready for something real, so they ruined it. They try to fill the void. New people, fake smiles, temporary highs. But it all feels empty, because what they had with you wasn't ordinary. It was rare. And when rare things are mishandled, they don't get replaced. They leave a mark. They may never admit it. But in the quiet moments, they feel it. The weight, the loss, the truth that they had something pure and threw it away. And no matter how much they pretend, they can't escape it. You didn't just walk away. You rose, quietly, powerfully. While they stayed stuck, you rebuilt, found peace, reclaimed your voice. You stopped explaining yourself, stopped begging for the bare minimum, and in that space, you became someone even they wouldn't recognize. You became the version of yourself they never expected. The one who doesn't chase, the one who sets boundaries, the one who understands that walking away isn't weakness, it's wisdom. You didn't become cold, you became better, clearer, stronger. They thought they broke you. But all they did was set you free, free from the cycle, free from the weight of proving your worth. And now, you're no longer accessible. They're left with a memory. You're left with a future, one you're building without them. God didn't send you to destroy them. He sent you to reveal them, to hold up a mirror they couldn't ignore. Real justice doesn't always look like revenge. Sometimes it looks like peace. Your peace, distance, growth, silence. They thought they had control, but God had the plan, and he used you, not to lose, but to lead. Now, while they sit in the ruin of their ego, you're walking in the purpose they never saw coming. That is divine justice. That is the ending they never expected, and the beginning you always deserved. Your loyalty highlighted their selfishness. Your patience, it exposed their chaos. God used your kindness not to reward their ego, but to challenge it. He let them believe they were in control, but every step taken in pride was a step toward their fall. They didn't see it coming. People like them never do. They thought they were breaking you, but God was setting them up to face themselves. They believed you'd stay no matter what. They saw your forgiveness as weakness, your silence as surrender. To them, you were just another soul to drain for validation. Every time you showed grace, they thought they won. They mistook your silence for submission, but you weren't weak. You were watching, holding back, not for revenge, but for clarity. And when it came, it was sharp. Their ego fed on your loyalty. They thought you couldn't walk away, that you needed them. But pride is fragile. And God, He knows how to make it crumble quietly, completely. All He needed was you. They didn't see it coming.